Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be kind of doing a podcast type thing. I mean, you don't need to be watching, but listen if you want. This is the story of how hockey and my cousin has changed my life entirely. This Geo, my cousin, plus hockey equals me. So let me explain. We start this story off with my first ever memory, and of course it has to be none other than hockey. Mini sticks, to be in fact. I was 2 years old at this time. I was in Manitoba visiting Geo because he used to live there in Brandon, Manitoba. And I was with him and his aunt, or him and his mom and my mom. And we were all together visiting. And we were at some of Annie Angie's friends. So Annie Angie is Geo's mom. Friend's house, and Geo, there was this net set up there. Geo had a mini stick. He was like, yo, look at this. He's like, does this backwards, shoots the ball into the net. He's sitting in the way a goalie would, but he hits it into the back of the net first try. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Let me try. And then that first shot I took missed horribly. I couldn't even lift the plastic ball off the ground. But that shot signalized an entire future towards hockey. The love, the passion, the burning fire inside my heart was ignited with just my cousin. And let me tell you how he got into hockey, because if his mom was any other person, if this person gave any other jersey, if this didn't happen, we might not like hockey. So Geo is probably around 1 at this point. He's very young. Before I was even, I might have been in my mom's stomach, but I probably wasn't doing much. Anyways, at this time, one of their neighbors, so my aunt is very, very known throughout the neighborhoods because, she's very well respected. She's always, helping the neighbors out. She's like the 1970s neighborhood people, but without being 1970s, but anyways, so she's so nice that I think this guy I don't know who his name or who he is or what his name is, but he's basically the only reason I actually like hockey, if I think about it. But so Geo got this Habs jersey when he was 2 years or 1 year, 2 years old. I don't know. He discovered hockey that day, or no, he was a brand new Vikings fan. His neighbor gave him a Habs jersey or whatever, and that's when his hockey fandom started, really. He'd go to a Vikings game all the time. I've never really been to much WHL or NHL games. I've been to a few, So that's nice, but, not as many opportunities as him. But, I'm happy for the guy. But anyways, he got the jersey. So then that's when he first showed me hockey with the shot. So anyways, let me skip a little bit. When I become 4 years old, he's still in Manitoba. I'm in Calgary, right? I still live in Calgary. I was at Abbeydale because I was 5. I was 5. And this was about to be the first time I've ever skated. I played a lot of, backyard hockey, street hockey, a little bit at the time, because, not most of my friends were into it, but my friends would play with me. We'd always do stuff like that, And so when I first started skating, my mom took me to the rink. I didn't have any tools to hold on to. She just tied up my skates and pushed me onto the ice, I never got it that day. It took a while, but I eventually got really good at skating. So that's how I became able to play ice hockey in the first place. So, it was a combination of all that led to who I am now. But, let me continue with these stories. So you learn skating. Let me tell you the story of my first ever hockey stick. So I had this gray stick. It was like gray, red. It was Bauer, I think. I don't know. I don't know the flex on it. It's an old stick, not wood, but it's still, one of the ones you can find today probably. But I just, you see some that look like it. Like, I think you might know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to picture it. Like, the entire stick is gray. And then there's like one red part. Like, not like a whole section or anything. But I don't know if it was the writing or like the lines under the writing or something. I don't know. But it had to have been Bauer or something. But it was like a gray, semi-colorful stick. That was my first ever, I was playing so much street hockey with it, I actually dulled it. Oh, wait, I have a picture of it somewhere. I should be able to find that. I'll show you in another video. But, I have this stick and all. Dull it out, get a new stick. So let's just skip these years because these years aren't really important. This isn't what led to me being a hockey. What the hell is that shadow? I look like a lizard with my mouth open. The hell? Anyways, so 2 years later when I was 6 years old, I think this was also around the time Gio moved here, but it was the winter before he moved out to Calgary. I was at the rink, I raced this girl in skating. I remember this because I think I won. I went one side and then, you go across one side of the rink and then go back to the other. Now, I didn't know how to stop. I didn't want to fall down. So, I'm short and stuff. I go so fast that I just smoke the boards. Because there's fencing above it, I wasn't trying to hit the fence. I smoked the boards on my nose. Luckily, I was okay. Yeah, that was just a memory. It had nothing to do with hockey. It was just, a memory of me gaining the ability to take pain so that I can be better. Holy hell, I don't like holding my phone like this. But anyways, Gio moves out here. He lives with me for like 7 to 9 months. I don't remember. That was when he really got me into hockey. But it was actually, like, I thought back then this was like me, all I am is hockey. But then it really reached another level when he moved out. He still went to my school for the last 4 months, maybe. I don't know how long. Of my school year. Our school year. He's a year older than me, so he's in the higher grade. But he was still at my school. I remember one time I got into a fight, he come out there to back me up. I didn't need it, but, good to know your cousin's in check. He knows what's going on. I was taller than him at this time. Unfortunately, it's not the same way. But you can suck at those years that I was taller than you. Sorry, Gio. Not actually. Yeah, got into a fight, got to the principal's office, and that was really the beginning of, like, well, no, it wasn't even the beginning, because, me and him have always had a unspoken bond. But, let me continue now. So, when he moved to his townhouse in Forest Lawn, going to Patrick Airley, the year after the end of the school year, it was around when Vegas first became a team. It was their first year when they went to the Cup final, or something. The year after that, or something. Like, no, I'm talking like the year after they moved in was when Vegas went to the Cup final and got drafted, or not? Yeah, whatever. Just. I don't make any sense anymore. I went on a run earlier, so I'm not too in the head right now. But anyways, so we would always wake up really early in the morning, 5:55, 6, 6:08, 6:30, 7. early in the morning, and instead of being quiet on our phones, maybe watching PJ Masks, because that's what Geo used to do. I'm calling your out. Get screwed here. No, I'm just kidding. Um, he used to watch that show. I didn't like it. But we'd go downstairs to the basement. He had this huge tub of mini sticks all over the floor. You could probably give a whole class that they could do a scrimmage game with mini sticks in the gym. Like, that's the amount of mini sticks he had back then. I don't know what happened to him. I think he had to throw them out when he moved a couple of times. So he lost those. But back then, we would always, verse each other in mini sticks. This was usually during the summer. I'd be at my aunt's all the time. We would always hang out because I'd either be at daycare or I'd be with them, and I'd rather be with them. So I was with them a good majority of the time. And, it was awesome, great bonding time. We would always play mini sticks in the basement of his townhouse. It was just concrete, concrete laid down. Then you got the plastic plaster on the wall between the stuff that looks like cotton candy, insulator or something, whatever the hell. But we'd have this mini green net. I don't know if other people know. It's a mini stick net, main mini sticks only, or little children only, basically. And, we'd play with one of those Jumpstart mini pucks and soccer balls. We'd use one of those. We would just shoot on each other. We'd be trying to, save it and do all that stuff, act like we're winning the Stanley Cup. You know how it is as a kid, but, then we'd wake Angie up, and then she'd come downstairs, yell at us a little bit, say, go to bed! Say, go back to bed! It's 6 in the damn morning! You're being way too loud! And then she'd be up, she'd go back there and be in bed till 7:30, so we had to quiet it down. And then we got loud again, and then she wakes up, and, we get spanked a couple times, eat mac and cheese for lunch, and it's whatever. One time, I remember having pizza. We microwaved it, ate some pizza, went downstairs and played when my aunt was still sleeping, Made you really feel mature when, you and your cousin at a young age are, making yourselves a warm slice of pizza in the microwave, thinking you're all grown up and you haven't even experienced life yet. I haven't even yet, and, I'm talking like a wise, old, bald man when... But we would always do stuff like this, eat a muffin, eat a chocolate chip, all this stuff, and then we'd go downstairs and play. After this one visit with a family friend that Angie had, Gio got a stick, a hockey stick, a normal tall one. But the problem was for him, it wasn't his hand. But I'm a right-handed hockey player. He's a left-handed hockey player. So I had the right-handed stick. And, he had his stick. It was smaller, but, they both still worked. So that's when we, really got better. We were shooting into this tiny net with these big sticks, getting good, practicing a lot. Then, you play soccer outside, then hockey at lunch, then all this stuff, then watch the playoffs in the night, like crazy stuff all around. It was just some of the best years of my life, the best years of my life so far. And, I remember we would just do this over and over. Every single time I'd come over there, we'd always be doing stuff like that. And yeah, it was a very awesome experience to go through in your childhood. You don't have any siblings, but this guy's more than a brother, or a sister, depending. It doesn't matter. But, I don't know, it's just, those years, really connected me and my cousin Gio, and with hockey and all that, we do that, then you get to the winter, you go out, play so much, practice so much, each and every second of every day you can possibly play, you did, you know, not worrying about the technology or all that stuff inside. You're just, the only time you do watch that or whatever is if you're coming in for a water break or something, maybe a freezy. But even then, you usually have them outside. So it was just like, it's during this time era with all the technology. We had tons. We had, well, like, it was the start ish, but, we still were a couple years after the first iPhones and technology and cartoons and all that, long time after cartoons and stuff. But, we functioned like people in the older generations. We didn't need technology 24/7. We needed a mini stick and a ball. That's all we needed. And that really led to a lot of things. And Geo lived there for a couple years. I lived in my other house for still a few years. At my house we'd use the hallway, put 2 laundry baskets at the ends, and then get a goalie pads coming in. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, so, then I'm gonna tell you this one very good hockey story. So I was about 8, and I went to the rink late at night, or maybe it wasn't even late. It was dark out, alone. As a 8-year-old kid does. Your mom drives you to the rink, or you grab your skates and walk across the field because it was a pretty close distance, not too far. You'd walk to the rink, tie up your skates, go play. I had this plastic stick because my other sticks were reserved for street and broken, or street and dull, basically. So the dull ones you never use, and the street ones, it's for the streets. So I had this plastic stick, didn't even curve it really. I was just there. And this, I want to say 27, 29-year-old man comes. He has a beard and all that. It's just me and him playing at this time. I play a little 1v1. I think he won, yeah. Maybe I did, I don't know. But he gave me, after that, he said, I always keep a spare on me, and I'd like to give you this stick. So he has an exact replica of his stick, and he's the same hand as me. So he gives me the stick. He says, you can keep the stick. It's all yours, buddy. He's like, I'm just, you got to be nice to people. I mean, you need a hockey stick, it's a community. Hockey is for everybody, so I want to help you be able to play, and that stick you're using isn't that good, so here you go. He gives me the stick. That was probably my favorite stick I've ever gotten. I broke it. It was the first ever stick I snapped. So, you have a very deep connection when you have the very first stick you snap. You get in, everybody who's watching this video who plays hockey knows the feeling of snapping their, for the first time snapping a stick. It's a surreal feeling. It's like that's basically the start of your entire hockey thing. It's like once you snap that stick, you're like, you just become a beast, I find. I don't know. But anyways, after this, so I moved to my house now, where I am, Falconridge. I'm not going to give you my exact address, but, Calgary, Falconridge is good enough. So yeah, me and Geo live around this area. So, yeah, this was his first area, like, house in Falconridge. So it was by Falconridge School, I'm not by that area. And so, good bike ride will get you there, whatever. Maybe you'd walk. It'll take a little bit longer, but you could walk. So, I'd go there all the time during the summer. We'd hang out every day. This is COVID time, grade 5 for me. It was on spring break, right as COVID started. And he was at this house. That's basically the COVID house I remember. And we were at this house, made all these YouTube videos, back then. He had his channel, I had my channel. That's when we were really starting to, post more, do more things. We had that soccer 1v1 thing. I think I deleted those videos a long time ago. Unfortunately, I should have probably kept them. But, we did that all, and, this was the house that started the 1v1, the winter 1v1 series between me and Gio. He's currently leading it 2-1, even though it should be me winning, even though it's not. You know how it is. So yeah, I won the first game. It was 3-1, I shot the puck from half, got a few lucky goals and won that one. He won the next one, and the next one 5-3 and 5-0, then 5-3. Something like that. So anyways, I better come back this next game. I'm going to be harder than ever, Gio. If you're watching this video, you're done. You're done. Anyways, so I'm probably going to lose anyways. But, yeah, we did all this. It led up to now, we were playing street hockey every time we could. He has the pads, broken pads, the ones that are taped up, holding by a thread, basically. Crazy stuff like that. But, you get to play hockey so much with somebody, I don't know, dude, those were the best years. And then, so just showing how that turned me into me now is because, so during the time that I've been talking, he was also in this program called Hockey Heroes. Let me show you. I was also in it, but it's this. He's the goalie there. But he used to be a player for so long. And so he was getting trained by these people. He was in Future Star. There's Future Star and All Star. Future Star is the young people. They wear red and white jerseys. That was a black jersey because we were in the All Star group now. So anyways, he was in there, you learn how to skate, do all these drills, shooting, you practice, you get good. Gio, these were the years that helped Gio become better than I am. Without this, I beat him every single 1v1, and that's a guarantee, because I remember before he was in this, or right when he started it, I could beat him 13-12 in a 1v1 in mini sticks downstairs. We used to do that in his townhouse. But once he joined Hockey Heroes, he used to have not the best grades, let's say, but when it came to hockey, he was focused. He was he was just a beast. He was a demon, basically. He couldn't listen for crap in school, but you have anything to do with hockey, he's Albert Einstein, So he was just taking all this information and getting better, and I mean a lot better. He was showing me these crazy things. He was getting extremely good, and I was staying at my level, not being able to catch up, but 1v1ing him each and every one of those times was getting me better and better and better. And I didn't even know it yet. And that's when we started the 1v1, and I won the first one. And then after that, he didn't even become anything after that. I wasn't as good as him. And I'm not as good as him. That's just what happened. He became better. He became more skilled. So he gained this ultra determination to be better. And it ended up costing me 2 of those series games, important games, must-win games. But fortunately enough, I will win this series. I promise you, Gio. I promise you. I don't care if you take a 3-1 series lead this winter. I promise you I'm winning this series. Well, maybe not, but I'm going to do everything in my power to. Anyways, so then after COVID, when Hockey Heroes reopens, I'm like, well, I watch a couple times, but I want to join. I was like, could we ask them to see if they have another spot for me? Like, the vaccine wasn't needed anymore to watch, so you probably didn't need it to play, all that stuff. So, we asked the owner of Hockey Heroes, Kevin, or not the owner, but, a big part of it. And he says if you can get more than one, if, you can get somebody to vouch for you, and, if you don't do good, he said, since I'm Gio's cousin and all, he said, it's very hard to get rid of somebody who's been on the team for a long time, but he said, but with you, if you don't have the hero's mentality and all that, we can get rid of you like that. He said you can be out of this like that. So, I stayed disciplined during the thing. I was very, I was the guy in the locker room who gets the skates on as fast as he, gets the gear on and gets the gear off and leaves, I bring, I score, I can score, I can get assists, I can do defense, I can do offense, I can do all this, but I'm the quiet guy around there. I'm not the one, I'm talking in the locker room, talking a little smack, messing around with the guys, but other than that, I'm in my own mindset with Gio. I feel like me and him know what's going on. We're just there. We mess around, but when we get on the ice, it's, we only played one game against other people. We only did, it's basically a training camp, but it's the best training camp, really. So we do scrimmages at the end, we do drills basically the whole time, then scrimmage for the last 15 minutes-ish, maybe. I mean, a couple times we had full games, but in the one and only Hockey Heroes game in history, there's it's all across Canada-ish. There's a couple places across Canada, but none of them are as close as the two in Calgary. So my team, it was basically, Ernie Starr or Forest Lawn Hockey Heroes versus, what's that old community? It's something other hockey hero. It's the other Hockey Heroes. I think it starts with a D or something. I need to figure out what it is. Can't remember. Anyways, we versed these teams, I think we were the white jerseys and they were the black jerseys for some reason. But I was in this game, so they scored the first goal on Gio. I was like, Gio, what the hell are you doing? It's barely into the game, I was expecting these guys to be pretty good, and all that. And so I'm on the bench for the first shift. We got the first liners. You got Keegan and Gio in net, and all those guys and stuff. But you get to the second liner, I get out there. I thought I was gonna be playing offense, but I was playing offense. I was left wing, I think. Center or no, I was left wing, I think. And I think, oh my God, bro, no, please don't. Bro, I'm not going to do that. I'm not ending this, bro. I've been doing this for half an hour. I'm not freaking ending it. Okay, well, anyways. So, on the first shift I'm on, I get the puck. I go through, So, I think we won the draw. I get it. This was right after they scored, or maybe offside or something. But I get the puck. I go down, get past them. No, I think I went, I don't remember what happened, but, all I know is I had the puck, I score. I go in, I was cutting on the left, I shot and scored. And yeah, I scored it. So the game's tied 1-1. Hold up. So the game's tied 1-1. I'm the game tying goal. And so, we score. So because of that, I'm still on. I stay on after the goal. And then I set another goal up. So I got a goal and an assist on one shift. So I go to the bench. I wait for another shift, and I think I give Keegan a beauty setup. I give it to him in front or something. And yeah, I get it to him. We score. So now I have 1 goal, 2 assists. And then maybe I got 2 assists on the first shift. I think I got a goal, an assist, and then another assist maybe. Yeah, because I think I was playing hard D. I sped up in the offensive zone, but then when the goalie saved it off my shot, because I was kind of gassed, I absolutely sped, like with all my being, to play defense. I get the puck out, I pass it to somebody, they pass. I don't remember these people because, like, how am I supposed to remember a game a couple months ago vividly? So I pass to these people. Somebody scores, I get off. Then I get another assist after a beauty pass to Keegan, I believe. And then so at this point it was 5-1, I think. 5-1. And then we had a goalie switch. So now I'm shooting on Gio. Luckily for me, Gio's my family. I know his weak spots, and he's goalie. So first, I mean, except for this one time that he freaking did a Vasi on me, did this when I shot it below him blocker side. But I shot below him blocker side-ish. He was standing like this, I just shot it to the left of the net-ish, like by the post, but middle of the net. And it goes in. So, I celebrate. I say, I did this to Gio, and I said, I'm coming for 3, like a hat trick. And so I have 5 points right now. I was number 25, which is cool because 2 goals and 5 points total. So that's pretty cool. 25, I guess. But anyways, so I'm number 25. We do this, and I have a huge opportunity. I'm basically on a breakaway-ish. There's 2 people to the sides of me. But I wind up for a slap shot with my new stick that I use only on ice. I had an ice hockey stick, but I used my one from home because it's really good. I really trusted it. I've been hitting beauty slap shots. And so I give it a slap shot. It goes up. It's going to go bar down. Glove save by Gio. Really? It was going bar down for the hat trick. I guarantee you, bro. It was going like this. I slap shot it. It goes up. His glove is right here. That's the crossbar. His glove's right there. It would have gone bar down on Gio for a hat trick. We won that game 8-2, by the way, but yeah, we won. But it was going to be a bar down hat trick. 6 minutes left of the game. But it's fine, good save. I respect the hustle. So anyways, I'm in hockey like I was. And then, options starts and sports performance. Then I play hockey all the time in options. Dangle, get 147 goals and 467 points, 320 assists, 147 goals for 467 points in the season. How it is in one semester in options. Just going absolute sweat mode. And so that is, and ball hockey, I go to ball hockey sometimes. Pretty good, pretty fun, entertaining, 1 hour. If you live in Calgary, Yeah, if you go, this doesn't mean, those red things doesn't mean anything. But if you want to join youth ball hockey in Calgary, take a look at that, pause it, and join us down below. It'd mean a lot if I see some new faces and they say it's because they saw my video. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed me talking about this hockey. That I've been telling you all about how all this stuff in life has led me to here, to this point in my hockey life. And, oh yeah, Vegas is my favorite team, obviously. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.